It's the Flex Zone on the road to 400 episodes. Starting off your week the best way, the only way, the elite way, because we are the hottest sports podcast in all the universe, inching closer to 400 episodes, episode 395, all the way live. Tonight, we're talking about those Western Conference Finals. Lakers, are they done? Got the Nuggets with the lead. Eastern Conference Finals, looks like it's all but over in Dade County. Melo, he gone. Spurs won the draft lottery. Brittney Griner's back. And we switch gears to the NFL. OTAs this week for the Ravens. Should Lamar be there? Ravens and Commanders will be doing some collabs as well. And the schedule gets a lot more interesting as on the Flex Zone. We talk about the Flex schedule. And of course, we got those goofies of the week with Cravante. You guys know the drill. If you're new to the channel, we're going right into that Lakers Nuggets talk. Hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell. Show us some love. It costs you nothing, but if you want to support the channel, you can super chat us. New episode of the Flex Zone podcast coming to you live right after this. Knocking out the competition harder than the Miami Heat are knocking around the Boston Celtics. It's the Flex Zone podcast, fellas. Only place giving you sports how you want it.
When you need it.
Like I said, episode 395, all the way live. Inching closer to episode 400. You want to be part of the 400th episode celebration, the FlexZone1@gmail.com. Twitter, Instagram, the FlexZone1. TikTok, the Flex Zone podcast, the FlexZone1 on Cash App. And as always, start the party off right. Super chatters, donate. Let us know your thoughts, ask us questions, sports related, non-sports related. We're talking about the Western Eastern Conference Finals. Melo, draft lottery, Brittney Griner, Lamar Jackson, Ravens, Commanders, and the NFL schedule, and so much more. And of course, we get groovy. But the first man batting leadoff is the man who's a social media producer, the man who is the meat man, and he always tells them.
Finish him, Daddy.
Oh,
Finish him, Daddy.
Daddy is going to finish you. That's for damn sure. But that's a whole nother situation. The meat man will not be on technically tonight. So I'm gonna get my thoughts real
Finish
quick.
him, Daddy.
Ooh, that's a loud one. That's a loud one.
For
I
those
like
who couldn't hear it in the back, I know you got the headphones in.
Well, I like that. That's a good finish from Daddy. But anyway, the meat man will not be on tonight fully. So I'm gonna give my thoughts real quick on this Lakers series. Lakers, Denver, just end them. Just end it tonight, please. End the suffering. We've been not very good in this series. I said before last week that I thought Denver was going to win this series, and I think Denver's the better team. I mean, clearly they are the better team. LeBron James is going all out right now. I think he has 38 points or something like that, something crazy. Yeah, man, I think it's a wrap for the Lakers. Even if they do win tonight, it really doesn't matter. And it's really pretty sad. So yeah, man. I mean, if Daddy can get back in time to finish the show, Daddy will come back in time to finish the show. Daddy's being me.
Get him off.
But yes. But yes.
Finish him, Daddy.
Yes, finish them, Denver. Please finish them. Get them the hell up out of here. Because this shit is over with, and it's pretty goddamn sad. But anyways, fellas, I hope y'all have a good rest of the show. I'll try to be in the comment section. If I can come back in time, Daddy will finish it off at the end of the night. But anyways, go ahead, Bar. Hit it again.
Finish him, Daddy.
Until next time, Daddy is out. Have a
Big
good
shout
one.
out
Have a good
to-
show.
Yes, appreciate you, Big Raj. Big shout out to Lamar in the chat. Drop a bomb for him. Congrats, brother, on your graduation. We see you. We appreciate
Yes, congrats, Oops.
you. Dre, I know you took that ride down to Virginia. We'll get your thoughts in a second. But let's get to the voice of reason. Let's get to the captain of the goofy ship, the Commandalorian, the man who tells them, my heavens. And he works with kids, but he calls out the athletes that are goofy, acting like kids as well. Dre, it's just you and I. So I guess it's only one way we got to start the party, brother.
Those haters can't stand us. Left hand up. Commander. see who are we? The Commanders.
Cravante, how you feeling, brother?
Man, I'm not going to get used to that. I'm all right, man. This is a very interesting. I mean, I guess it's really only been a week of the conference finals, and it's very, very different. Stop it, Mark. But I'm ready to get into it. We got our show. We're going to consist of a few different topics. So I'm interested and ready to get into it, man.
And we're running a 3-man weave, Cravante, and you know the rule, brother. Ball don't touch the what?
Don't touch the ground, baby. Don't touch the ground, baby.
The last man of this fabulous trio is the head of the Flex on Table, the Flex on Messiah, the man that drives up and down 95 more than anybody you know. You might think he has a CDL. He is the dean of Boston Hall University, Mr. Morgan State. Might be speaking at graduation soon. I saw they had Ben Crump up there. My brother, the pride of the East Side Savior, Misbehavior, the illustrious, the wonderful, the magnificent, LeAndre Mountain.
You
How you feeling,
already
my brother?
know. You already know.
That's
Appreciate
right. Throw up your ones, baby. Acknowledge the Flex on.
that wonderful introduction as always, man. I appreciate you for that. Big shout out to my Oos, my right hand man. He graduated this past weekend. Like you said, took that drive down. Well worth it for family. You know, it's always family first over here, man. So I mean, proud, Big Oos. You know, he's always a supporter of the show. So congratulations and hats off to you. More celebrations to come, definitely soon. And then, you know, I can't wait to get into this show.
Well, let's get to it, Dre. Let's not waste any time. We're running a 3-man weave. We know we got to come to you first, brother. Matter of fact, show the people out there because we got a lot of people checking in. They're probably here to see what we're talking about. You got on your Lakers shirt. Show the people what you're rocking, brother.
Yeah,
why?
Because it ain't over.
I should have brought my broom. Damn.
I'll tell you
You
what
got time.
can do.
You got time. You got time.
Look, how about this? I'll tell you what you can do with that goddamn broom.
Wow. This is a family-friendly show, Dre.
I don't give a damn. Look, this is what I need people to realize. See, the Los Angeles Lakers right now, we're only down by 2. So they're acting like the game is
3 games
over.
in 2.
They're acting like the game is over. This is what I need us to, this is what I need us to do. I need us to go biblical right now.
I'm getting my broom.
I need us to go and turn in our Bibles and get the King James version. Because see, this man is anointed. This man, the day after our blessed Sunday, is going to come down and reign. See, when the chips are all against him, this man has come back from a 3-1 deficit, ladies and gentlemen. See, they said that we would be given a savior. We would be given the chosen one. And this man has shown you once before that he is a witness, making you witness to his greatness. So there's no doubt in my mind that LeBron James can come down from the biggest deficit that nobody's ever come back from before because he's done it once before from a 3-1 deficit against the irresistible force in the Golden State Warriors, and he took them down. What makes you think he can't take down the Denver Nuggets, the #1 seed in the West? He can do it because if he did it once before, he can do it again. Get that goddamn broom out of here while I'm preaching. Don't you see me over here in preacher mode right now? Over here, what are you even sweeping? That little dollar store thing that he's got going on. Look, we got this. Laker Nation, we got this. It wouldn't be a fairy tale story if the Lakers just came in there and did their thing. No, this is Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. This is storytelling at its best. Right now, the Lakers will come back, and we will win this series. And with LeBron James will make history. I'm all in.
Cravante, is it the broom speaking or you? Hold on, before you go, Cravante. Wonderful soliloquy, my brother. One of the best that you've done. Got to give it up to you, man.
All we need is the faith the size of a mustard seed, ladies and gentlemen. Laker Nation, stand up.
Byron, you mispronounced Goofy. I don't know why would blatantly mispronounce that word. It's relatively simple. And that's what Dre's soliloquy was. His soliloquy was goofy. Quite goofy. Y'all not down just 2 points. I don't even know what the score is now. Oh, is that the updated score?
Yes, that is the updated score.
You're down 3 games and 2 points, brother.
Timeout.
0-3. Ain't no history being made. LeBron run out of gas right now, baby. That's why I can't even got the broom. Just go and put you out in misery. I got the dustpan too. So
I'll tell you what you can do with that dustpan.
Oh
as well.
wow. That's uncalled for, brother.
Hey, that broom is uncalled for, brother.
But wait, baby. But it's needed, baby. Because we got
it's needed
tonight. Listen. Crypto.com arena gonna need some extra help cleaning up tonight. All right. We're gonna need help cleaning up the confetti that's about to come to the arena. That's what we need. At Crypto? For game 4? I don't think there's no confetti. I don't think there's no confetti. The first of many. Oh God, the last. You saw the last already. It happened already. I don't know if you was there, but the last time it happened was the last time it's going to happen. It's not happening again. It's not coming back, brother. It's over. It ain't over. It's over. It's over. Even if some wild chance y'all win tonight, you're definitely losing in Denver. LeBron don't have the horses to ride out on the road. He might get slide pass at home. Not on the road, brother. Get up out of here, man. It's 0-3 to make history. LeBron James. LeBron James. Go James. Ain't no wait a minute. When's the I need to ask you this. When's the last time you opened up your Bible? When's the last time you went to the King James Version? When's the last time that you realized that we had a young prince who is now a king? The greatest of all time. If he's done it once before, can he not do it again? That sounds rhetorical. I don't know if you want me to answer that question. The first one, probably last week. That was probably the last time I opened the Holy Bible. That's probably the last time I opened it. But was it the King James Version, though? Absolutely. What other? Exactly. Exactly. But King James wasn't referred to LeBron James. That's not what this is. That's what it was. That's not what this is. That's what it was. It's absolutely not.
So Dre, if you think they're going to be the first team to come back from 0-3, are you having that much faith in your Lakers? LeBron has played every minute tonight, 38 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Anthony Davis only 13 points with 11 rebounds. Austin Reeves with 14, Schroeder with 13, Hachimura with 10, and for the Nuggets, Aaron Gordon with 19, Michael Porter Jr. with 15, Jokic 23, 12 assists, 14 rebounds, passes Wilt Chamberlain for the most triple doubles in playoff history, Jamal Murray with 22, and Bruce Brown with 6. So you think they can win 4 in a row against Denver?
Yes, I firmly believe. Like I said, I've seen this man do it once before. I'm not going to doubt this man. The greatest of all time, the scoring champion, the leading scorer of NBA history. Yes, I believe that this man, this crowned king, can do it. Yes, I do believe in that.
Looks like Jokic just scored. So
look, it's a little under 7 minutes left. Goat James.
Get into crunch time. That's where you make your money, Dre, right? You believe in the greatest of all time, LeBron, right?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Shut up. You see the shirt. Shut up.
I see it.
So Gravante is over tonight, or are they gonna somehow push it out to game 5, which delay the inevitable?
I don't. Yeah, that's what we're doing now. You're delaying the inevitable. 1, 2, 3 Cancun, guys. Come on, let's get up out of here. Why put all this extra time and extra games on your body when it don't mean nothing?
What do you mean it don't mean nothing? It's an NBA championship on the line.
Does Anthony Davis know that? I don't think so. So who you?
No, wait a minute. He just got the rebound. He just got the rebound. And you're talking about Anthony Davis. Don't realize that.
7 feet tall. He should get a lot of them, and he doesn't because he's fragile and soft. LeBron James is not pulling this Lakers team. Get ready. Get ready because the brooms are out, baby. The brooms are out in LA, Crypto.com arena.
We'll bring the broom back. The fourth member today. The broom. We'll bring him back. Yeah, if the broom may make another appearance if the Nuggets hold on and win here. Any other thoughts on the Lakers Nuggets before we get to this Eastern Conference debacle that is? Oh, you gonna show the broom one more time, Cavante? You gotta show the broom. Oh, there you go. There you go.
I got the dustpan too, Dre. Just so you don't think I'm just sweeping the Lakers around. I got the dustpan too.
You're gonna sweep you around. You keep up this foolishness.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
No, don't act all shy and whatnot now.
Your team 3 and I'm delusional. Wow. And I'm it's me. Okay.
Let's get to the East real quick because we got a lot to get to. We'll get back to this Lakers Nuggets as the final comes closer, hitting in the crunch time. Cavante, I'll start with you, brother, because the Celtics have been one of the better teams the last couple of years and most wins since 2008 this past season, but they fired their coach, which I actually thought they should have kept the coach. Mazzulla looks like he's out of his league. Jimmy Butler is telling guys he's too small, making technical symbols. And, I mean, is it over for the Celtics, too? I mean, they look like they have given up and straight quit.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's over in Boston. And it's really a shame because we saw what they were capable of last year. And they were up. Let's not forget, they were up on the Warriors. And, Steph turned into Super Saiyan Steph, and we saw how that ended. But they were primed to go right back. But unfortunately, some mishaps happened. A little bit of adultery happened, and a little hanky spanky happened, and some people got suspended. And got moved away, to say the least. And
to Houston, of all places, Cavante. Speaking of goofy,
listen, especially if James Harden go back, him and Udoka gonna be in the club.
I hope it happens just so we can talk about it. I'm just waiting on it. I'm saving it for the day it's announced. Trust me.
Oh my God, Harden gonna be like, listen, I'll show you where all the spots at, brother. You ain't got to worry about nothing. But that just shows the impact of coaching. Udoka was a rookie head coach, if I'm not mistaken.
He was.
And he took this team to the championship in year 1, which is very, 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 very difficult to do, especially a coach that emphasizes defense as much
Darvin Ham about to do the same thing.
Coach Ham and Cheese ain't doing nothing of the sort, Drake. Stop it. All right. But not like as a coach that emphasizes defense as much as Coach Udoka did. And you can see the difference in the defensive intensity that the Boston Celtics have shown. It's just not there. And you can tell Udoka commanded the room, commanded the locker room, and commanded respect. This guy, what's Joe? What's
Joe Mazzulla. Magoofy.
Joe Magoofy. It's not the same. It is nowhere near the same impact. And I'm not saying he can't be a great coach, but because he got thrusted into the position, he had to learn as he went, which is unfortunate for him because you need to be in more situations like this to learn more about it. And he's not he's not Udoka. He's not Udoka, and it's showing really, really bad. And the Boston Celtics, not with just that problem, they have another problem on their hands. The whole Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown experience is over. Now,
but
who goes?
You've been saying that for about a year, Cavante.
I have. Because in the clutch, there's no reason why Marcus Smart is taking the last shot. There's no reason. Marcus Smart should not be taking any clutch shots at all. We have two great two-way players in Boston, in Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. But these guys who are borderline superstars and borderline stars, they're coming up small in the clutch. I like, and I don't know what it is. And let me tell y'all this right now. Can we please have the people stop calling Jason Tatum baby Kobe? Because he ain't that.
Oh, I agree with that.
Please, 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 please. Let's stop that. Tatum is a great player. He's nobody's Kobe Bryant. He is not that. On, off the court, nothing. Because Kobe Bryant is going down fighting. The late, great Kobe Bryant is going down fighting no matter what. Jason Tatum, we have to send APB outs for Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And your superstar is supposed to come up big in big moments. And they almost lost that Sixers series. But you know, you could tell they're lacking. They're lacking in a few key areas, and it's time to it's time to be done with it. Al Horford needs to go. Marcus Smart probably needs to go, and probably Jaylen Brown needs to go. Oh man, people saying when Jason Tatum was working out with Kobe Bryant that he has a lot of Mamba mentality in him and all that. Nah, bro. Just responded to Mark, but yeah, man. Jimmy Butler is whatever the hell he wants, and mind you, Miami was not a good offensive team going into the playoffs at all. And now all of a sudden they putting up well over 100 points while still playing pretty damn good defense. Shout out to Eric Spoelstra. And the Celtics just have no answer for Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. And I don't know. I'm so lost because I was so sure that after Miami put out the Bucks, I was like, oh, the Celtics got it. The Celtics got it. They're going to the championship and they gonna beat whoever come out the West. Wrong. Miami is playing with more heart, more toughness, and they're playing better than the Celtics in every category that don't show up in the stat sheet. 50-50 balls, hustle, the boards, coaching. They're losing in every category you can lose in. And after losing your first 2 games at home, it was a wrap. It was a wrap after that and they also no intensity and they play like they gave up. They've given up. Like, where's your will to fight? And that's why this team has to get blown up.
Go ahead, Dre.
For Boston, you can bring out the brooms because that series is over.
No, absolutely. That the room is here. The room is here. Yes.
I've just never seen a team that you thought like they were projected favorites to win everything, and their season was over. I feel like before it even started. Once their former head coach, he was out. It just seemed to just do something to that team that they just haven't been able to get over the hump. And then their new coach right now, I don't know. I don't think he know what he's doing out there sometimes. Now I'm not calling for anybody to get fired, but he just doesn't seem like the coach. So at the same time, to lead this team, like you said, Ndoku was a leader of men. You know, he held Jason Tatum and Brown, Smart. He held them to a level of accountability that got them over the hump that Stevenson couldn't get them to. And I think it was management that messed everything up. What happened with Ndoku was, I think, an HR matter that got brought to light. You know, there's no need for a press conference or any of those things to occur. Once that all happened, you just see that this team hadn't been the same. And Jason Tatum back to his struggles from the finals. You see, You
Man,
see
take
that?
a shot.
The pastor had to take a drink of the water. You know, you got to drink the water while you're preaching. You can't skip on the water. You're up there choking.
Exactly. Thank you.
Nah, you gotta make it through.
But you just see that this team isn't the same. I think they were lucky to get past Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia honestly
They were.
themselves because I thought they should have lost that series. They struggled against the Hawks. It's like I don't know what this team is exactly doing. To lose their first two games at home was one thing, but then you go and you get a blown out loss. Like I just never seen nothing like that in my life. And they we was over here. I'm talking about LeBron James as the GOAT, but they got Jimmy Butler looking at like the second coming of Michael Jordan out there. And to me, I think that in both series, both with the Lakers and with Boston in their series, game 2 has been the turnaround game to me. I think if both teams were to lose, I would have said game 2, because the Lakers, for Murray to go off the way that he did when the Lakers had it to me to be able to tie it up, and then Murray to go off in that fourth quarter, that might have been the deciding factor. And then for the Boston, I think in game 2, when Williams, when he got in Jimmy's face, it's like it woke Jimmy up, because then that's when you saw Jimmy that's when Jimmy buckets came about, and that was in that fourth quarter. Jimmy didn't even pass the ball. It was literally like his teammates knew either Jimmy's going to shoot, or before I even think about shooting, let me give it back to Jimmy. And it was a one-man show out there. While Boston has all these different people like Tatum, they got Brown who can shoot. But Williams, I don't know what in the world he was doing getting in Jimmy's face, because that was the turning point to me right there. And then game 3 was at home, and that thing was over before it even started in the first quarter. I was like, this game's over. I was watching it, Byron, we're in the same fantasy league, and watching it with Rouse and the crew, and I was just like, this don't feel like one of them games when you can come back. Like, I know it's possible and we've seen it, but sometimes in sports, all of us here have covered sports long enough. You just know some games, they're just over. And that was just one of them games. It was just over. And I think that kind of took the heart, and you just saw the team. Like, the team was just down. And I just don't expect anything different in game 4. I mean, you saw Tatum in his post conference. He already had his Miami outfit already, so he already knows his 1, 2, 3 Cancun out there. He got his all. he get ready for the all white party. He probably had on those pants with no socks, no socks, some capris. Man, I know he get ready
with the loafers.
The loafers, yeah.
Miami Vice style.
You already know. But no, I think that's the series. I think is over. The Lakers, I think that they have a small chance tonight, but do you realize that if both these series are over, there's like a week gap of basketball? Like, nearly
our good friend D did say they may try to move game 1 up to Monday, so I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's the rumor.
I mean, it is, but I mean, as far as I know, that's about nearly 10 days, and we always know the finals start in June, and that's a lock date. So that's just wild that happened. And then if the Lakers and the Celtics get swept, this will be the first time since, I believe, Detroit that has ever happened. So some history is about to be made, especially Denver. If Denver is able to pull this off, this will be their first sweep of a series and their first time to the NBA Finals. So,
yep. Lakers are up by 4. Under 2 minutes to go. We'll keep you guys updated as always as you see the scores in the back.
I don't understand that call though. Like, some of these calls have been questionable, man. Like, how does Anthony Davis not? Okay, he did get the call. I was about to say they didn't give him that foul.
You see him crying, Byron? You see him crying already?
Man, let's keep it moving because we got more news to get to. We'll keep update on the Lakers and Nuggets. You guys can see the score. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new. Vote on the poll. You can super chat us, donate to the channel. Cravante, one of your favorites, officially hung it up today. Carmelo Anthony retired from the NBA after 19 seasons, but according to Dre, he ain't played in 2 years. He been retired. 9th all-time leading scorer. Took Syracuse to the national championship in 1 year. Was the probably debatably rookie of the year, but they did give it to LeBron. Multiple-time All-Star, scoring champ, but never got that championship ring. And Cravante, you were one of his biggest critics. How do you feel about him retiring and his legacy overall?
About damn time. It's like, nah. Man. I have been ultra critical of Carmelo Anthony, of his career. And mainly because it was really, he never really got right after he made that New York move. I thought he forced his way out of Denver. Well, I thought he did force his way out of Denver and forced his way to New York. Took all that money when he had a chance to go to Miami and get some championships with Braun and Wade in them. It was supposed to be him, Wade, and LeBron. But when he decided to take all that money and stay in New York for another 4 years or whatever it was, that was it. That put a tie on his chances of getting a ring. I was about to say another ring, but getting a ring in general. In the West, it was tough. It was at a time when Kobe Bryant, Shaq, and the Lakers were no, not Shaq. With Kobe Bryant, Shaq was gone by then. With Kobe Bryant and the Lakers were still a pretty dominant team, and they did make one. They did make one conference finals.
09 against the Lakers.
Yeah.
Yep. Against the Lakers and
That
Kobe,
was
which
against
was
Kobe's Lakers with Pau Gasol.
Very good series.
On a mission because they got they butts handed to them the previous year. So it's about bad. It's bad timing. But when greats go up against each other, one has to come out on top. But Carmelo Anthony is a decorated, a very decorated NBA player, very decorated NBA career, gold medalist, scoring titles. 10-time all-star. Wait, hold on. Does he have any scoring titles?
I thought he did. Let me double check that.
I think Melo has at least one scoring title.
I felt like he had at least one. But straight up, man, one of the best one-on-one scores.
Yeah, he did have a scoring title.
Okay, I was like, it's great.
That's when he was with the Knicks.
One of the best one-on-one scores we have ever seen. Like top tier scoring ability. He can pick up and dribble and score from anywhere. He took a lot of long twos that was a criticism, but the boy could score from anywhere and on anybody. And that's one thing he did consistently throughout his career. But unfortunately, he finished his career without a ring. But that's cool because everybody can't get a ring. It's all good. It's okay. He's a first ballot. He will be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and I cannot wait to see him get enshrined. And also, he has a legacy that'll probably be in the NBA pretty soon. So I'm excited to see what his son has to offer. But Carmelo Anthony, as much criticism as I give him, phenomenal career, outstanding top tier scorer, and just made a couple goofy decisions in his NBA career that led him to not being able to win a ring. One of my lone criticisms of him, but nonetheless, outstanding, phenomenal career.
Real quick, Dre, he won it in 2012, 2013, scoring title 28.7 per game, beat out Durant, Kobe, LeBron, and James Harden. And he basically had 9 straight top 10 scoring PPG finishes and 6 top 5 from 05 to 06 and 2013 to 2014. So go ahead, Dre.
I'm glad you brought that up. And there's one thing y'all forgetting about. When I found out that Carmelo was truly from Baltimore, was when KG said his wife tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios, and he rolled up one dude and waited for him to get off the bus.
He ain't take no shower or nothing.
My man still had warm-ups on. That I mean, though, like looking back on it was kind of funny. Carmelo Anthony, you know, you love him, and that of course historic class with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade. You know, I mean, the only really knock on Melo that we have is the fact that he never won a he never won a chip. Other than that, Carmelo Anthony, I mean, great career. Him leaving Denver to go to the Knicks and not only making Denver relevant, going to the Western Conference Finals, you know, making the Knicks, putting them back on. I remember going to the Garden and seeing how the Garden was just so electric when they got Carmelo there, but it just wasn't enough. You know, I think the most help that, I mean, he did have a lot of help through, you know, with Denver. The Knicks team, you know, that was the year after LeBron makes the decision. So, you know, at that time, owners weren't trying to lose their star players and not get anything back on the back end for it. So that trade was forced out, you know, for him to go to the Knicks. But, I mean, I think that he had a really great career. You know, he won championships in college. He's won Olympic gold, but he just never won an NBA championship. But I mean, well, of course, one of the greatest scorers that we've ever seen in our game. You know, I mean, when we think about scoring, Carmelo comes to mind, of course. You know, the James Hardens, the Kevin Durant's of the world. Like I said, hats off to him. Like you said, he's got a legacy. It looks like his son is, you know, going to be a really good NBA player. So, I mean, you know, it's unfortunate because I wish Melo was still able to play. But, you know, happy retirement to you, good buddy.
Let us know your thoughts on Carmelo's retirement.
Are you serious?
Rank
Yo, where's the foul?
There you go.
Foul?
There you go.
That's
there you go. Crying again.
That's it. Looks like that's the final. We got a final. And he takes off his jersey. Dre, are you not upset? Are you Dre? Anybody seen Dre? Let's get Cravante back on the screen. Got the broom back.
You know what? I'm a eat crow. You know, I mean, these things happen. I was a believer. We only lost by 2, but I mean,
lost by 4 games.
But you know what? No, I need them to what the announcer say, because it's a bull job. Look, LeBron James drives. Where's the foul?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the foul.
Look at this. Like, look, this is a foul. There's a clear foul here, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a clear sweep. That's what it is, Ray. It's a clear sweep.
Murray, great help there.
Murray, great help. Look at this. How do you not give LeBron James the call right there?
That should have been a foul. Is that what you're saying?
It was a clear foul. the greatest basketball player at home in a Game 4 closeout game, and you don't give him.
Well, we'll. I'm sure we'll hear more from Dre about that, but we'll get the final score up so you guys can see it. Cavante.
Final score is over. That's what it is.
Okay. Well, there you
The
go.
final score.
Okay. Let's move on. This past weekend, we had a draft lottery for some are calling the best prospects since LeBron, Cavante. Victor Wembanyama, many thought where he would go. We thought it might be Charlotte. We thought it might be not one of the top 3 teams. It turned out to be one of the top 3 teams. Spurs, Rockets, and the Pistons were tied with 14%. And the Spurs got him, Cavante. It just seems too good to be true that this organization gets another all-star caliber big man. Remember David Robinson. Remember Tim Duncan. And, oh, yeah, don't forget they traded for Kawhi Leonard on draft night.
Man, I have some reservations. I think there is too much, and it comes with the territory, but I think we're putting a little too much pressure on this young man. We're saying the best prospect since LeBron James. That is a whole hell of a lot of pressure. And it's going to be very difficult for him to live up to it. Will he be great? I do think he'll still be great. But they say, I'm hearing wild stuff like if he's not KD or AD, he's a bust. Like that's wild to me, because those are all Hall of Famers. I think they threw Hakeem in there too, but they're all Hall of Famers. But he's expected to carry an organization that just kind of comes with the territory of being the number 1 overall pick. But the best prospect since LeBron, that's a tall order. And on top of that, he's not from here, so I don't think he really know about how to meet, how grimy and ugly and nasty the media is here, or if he's even ready or prepared for it. But I think he'll be an outstanding player. He can put the ball on the court. He can shoot, but I think he's better if he gets down on the block, puts his back to the basket, and scores that way. But with him trying to do all of those things, it's a tall order. Now, he's good. He's really good. He's damn good. But LeBron James good? I don't know. I don't know about that one. He'll be really good. He'll probably average 20-something, probably in the low 20s his rookie year, which means he'll probably be Rookie of the Year. But LeBron James, that bar is set pretty damn high.
And he's in the West, Cavante. It's not going to be easy to get up, to move up over some of these teams. Look at Denver. You got to go up against the Jokic of the world. You got Embiid. I mean, just speaking in the West, you got AD. You got big men. You got guys who are going to bang with you. Don't forget, Chet Holmgren's coming back for OKC. You got a lot of guys there. You got Karl Anthony Towns will be healthy. I know he's a little soft at times, but he can play. You know, they got big men out there.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, he will be playing. He's gonna be playing like the rest of them. He's probably ain't nobody gonna be in the paint. So that means he ain't gonna be getting no rebounds like that, because he probably gonna try to shoot with the rest of them. Everybody's a swing forward. Nobody's a traditional big man anymore. So, you know, he's gonna swing forward up. He might be in a couple 3-point contests.
Dre, you believe in the hype of this guy? Can this turn the Spurs, bring them back to relevance? I know you would love him on the Lakers.
That's how I feel about it. I mean, I gotta see it to believe it, but
Engraven,
you got that broom, Cavante? This is what we think.
Oh, Engraven, the broom is here. The broom is here.
Drop a bomb for the broom. Drop a bomb.
Hey, Engraven, man. Look, engraving. I went down, man. Went down with the ship. Unfortunately, yeah, it's over. Miami got this too. 1, 2, 3 Cancun for them. Did engraving? Did you see what Tatum had on? He's ready. He's ready to turn.
Where he going to? You said he going to the all white party. Got the loafers with no
He,
socks
he had the all white joints on, baby. He ready.
with the linen pants.
He said it's on Memorial Day weekend. I got to be there.
Wait a minute. You know, remember when Shaq said just pack one outfit because you know it's over? That's just got the same way. They already know it's over. They pack their party outfits. They get ready to turn up in South Beach. Like you said, it's Memorial Day weekend too. Oh snap!
So Dre, it's a bigger amount of pish posh for Wembanyama to San Antonio.
No, I mean I'm not saying that the kid's not going to be good, but I just don't. I hate to put that much hype behind somebody that he's going to be like the second coming of like LeBron James. I gotta see it to kind of believe it. Like LeBron, we had, the tape. There was a reason that we were watching high school games on ESPN, and LeBron really, to me, exceeded expectations. I think it's just a lot to, like Karante said, to put on this young fella, and like Mark said, he may not even really care about all that. He may just want to play basketball and not want to live up to the hype that they're talking about. But I'll tell you this, he's in the best organization for a big man and for somebody that's going to be hyped the way that he is, because Greg Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs have done monstrous work. When we think about David Robinson, we think about Tim Duncan, international players like Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker. So
he's real tight with Tony Parker, Dre. That's his boy.
So exactly. So they can get it done. But I just, of course, like you guys said, it's going to be an uphill battle especially in the West right now, with everything going on. But I just don't think that he should have those type of expectations, because we even seen with Bryce Harper. They were talking about he was about to be the second coming, and though he's gotten to a World Series, he hasn't gotten over the hump. So sometimes, even if you're that good, talent can only sometimes take you but so far. So we'll have to see what happens. But I think
remember last time they was hyping up Ben Simmons. He's a foreign guy from Australia. Remember that, Dre?
Exactly, and look what ended up happening to him.
I told you from the beginning.
Up here, I thought he was. I don't know what I thought he was saving, because apparently. The only thing he was saving was his body to get ready for the lottery, and then he gets to this dude don't even shoot, man. I'm like, come on. So is Ben Simmons even in the league still? Last time I heard
he's technically still with the Brooklyn Nets.
See, exactly. You don't even know that Ben Simmons is playing.
Still in the church's money.
It's a damn.
Let's speaking of somebody who we're happy is back. Dre, you've been keeping the name alive. We've been keeping the name alive. Brittney Griner, BG is back. Big shout out to Brittney Griner. She is back. The WNBA season is back and tipped off. She had 18.6 rebounds, 4 blocks in her first game. And let me get her stats for the second game. She had...
the first game, what was it, 27 and 10?
So yesterday she had 27-10 with 4 blocks. That was the second game. And the first game she had 18, 6, and 4. So she's starting to get her legs up under her. And you can see just how good she is. People forget she was one of the best players in the game. 27, 10, and 4 yesterday. Mercury are 0-2, though. How you feeling about that, Dre? I know you've been calling for her to come home. She's home. She's back in the league. Didn't take any time off. She's back at it like she never left. I expect a big season from her. How you feel?
I expect a big season from her, too, and happy that BG is back home. In the WNBA. So I mean, the dub just ain't the same without somebody like Brittney Griner. So for her to come back, and then like you said, you can see that she's slowly going to pick up her basketball legs. She was saying that she doesn't plan to go out of the country unless it's with the USA team. So good for her. But we continue to bring awareness that the WNBA players are underpaid. I tell people to still support the WNBA. The Las Vegas Aces, they look like they're about to, I mean, I know it's early, but they just look like they're head and shoulders right now above
monsters
right now. In the WNBA, I'm like, good gosh, it's one thing that they won the chip last year, but they look like they
got our girl, Dre. They got Candace Parker, Miss Parker, baby. They got her now. They like the Miami
I mean,
Heat back in the day. They're a super team.
Yeah, they are, and they look. But I mean, at this point, I mean, can you blame them? It's Vegas. They got a really good arena over there. There's a great crowd when you're in attendance. So we still here on the show want to still bring attention and awareness to the WNBA. Like we said, we're happy that BG is back. And I hope that she has a monstrous season. It would be really great to see her make it far. But we'll see. But right now, I'm excited for some WNBA action and to see where the season goes, and to see the improvements that Brittney Griner will take as she continues, from all that time away from the game to now, to see what's going to happen.
Cravante, how you feeling? BG's back. You liking the Aces? The Deladon is balling out this year. She's healthy, Cravante. Let's not forget the Mystics are only 2 years removed from a championship as well. New York has Breonna Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu, so they got a little super team up there. A lot of things to talk about, and we know about Vegas, as I mentioned.
No, sure. I'm happy for Brittney Griner to come, that she's able to overcome, being gone for so, and just remaining strong and able to come back and get right back into doing what she loves to do. Because usually, with that type of mental, battle that she had over there, if she could have came back and be like, you know what, I don't even want to do basketball no more. I don't want to do nothing no more. But she came back and got right back to work, and I commend her for that. Now, she was being a bit goofy with those comments that she said about the transgender women. I guess basically saying that they should be able to play with the women that were born as women. Very, very goofy, very goofy. It's like I don't know what they was giving you back there in Russia, but that's not it. But on a serious note, I'm glad she's back and getting back into shape. She does have to get her feet back under her, and I feel like she will get the Mercury back to where they once were. But god damn it, from when she got into the league the first time to now, everybody around her has gotten better. Like Vegas got a team now, the Aces, they're crazy good. Like these women are bad. And then you add Candace Parker. How do you win the championship and get better? That's crazy.
And they became the Golden State Warriors of the WNBA.
And they just added Kevin Durant, basically. You know what I'm saying? And my gosh, so it's gonna be fun to watch them. But it's also gonna be fun to watch the Mystics. Shout out to Paul. Yo, we need to follow Paul in his journey in following the Mystics, man, because it's gonna be really, really fun to watch. The Mystics got a hell of a team this year.
Gotta get Paul on the show, talk some Mystics, and
definitely gotta get Paul on the show to talk some WNBA and talk some Washington Mystics as well, because he is a big WNBA fan, and we would like his take on that. And
more than welcome to come up, Paul.
But what'd you say, Dre?
No, I was saying to Paul, I was like, more than welcome. He's a supporter of the show too, so he's more than welcome. I mean, at this point, they might as well sign Maya Moore out of retirement too, man. At this point, it's like they got everybody.
The WNBA is getting really, really star-studded. More than they I guess it's something that kind of grows over time. And that's one thing about the NBA. The NBA is a star-driven league. And it seems like the WNBA is becoming a very star-driven league. We all know about the Candace Parkers, the Brittney Grinders, the Delavadons, Breonna Stewart. Oh my heavens! You want to talk about hoopers? Girls out there can really, really, really hoop in New York.
And wait till we start getting the Angel Reeses and Who's
Oh
my
my
girl
God.
from Iowa?
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark. When
These
they
Chiefs.
start coming into the league, you know,
It's gonna be fun. It's definitely gonna be fun. But welcome back, Brittney Griner. Welcome back to basketball, and it looked like she's picking up right where she left off. It ain't gonna take her long to get her feet up under her. That is for sure. But it's gonna be a fun season. But god damn it, them Vegas Aces. My heavens, I don't know what the record is. Can we look up what's the record? Excuse me, for wins in the season.
Gotcha, brother.
Because whatever it is, Vegas is gonna it's probably gonna get close.
So back in 2014, Phoenix Mercury won 29 games, the most by a WNBA team in a single season, 29-5, which surpassed the mark of 28 by Seattle in 2010, and Los Angeles with 2000 and 2001 with Lisa Leslie.
Yeah, they're gonna push. They're gonna push for 30 because they gonna give whoever they play hell.
We'll keep an eye on that. Maybe they do break the record. So we'll see. We'll see, as we do have a final again, as the Denver Nuggets are advancing to the NBA Finals. Let us know your thoughts. And it looks like game 1 is going to be June 1st, Dre. So we'll have a little bit of a layoff without NBA.
Yeah, that's about, my gosh. Yeah, that's about almost 2 weeks.
You know what? This, and I'm gonna be the first one to say this. The league really needs to look into. I know that when they start the playoffs, they try to have it like a game every day. But this format has to change, ladies and gentlemen. This 1 day off of rest during the conference finals, they need to they something's got to give. You see LeBron James out there tired and everything. You know Anthony Davis needs about 2 days of rest. Make it every other day. Give it about 2 to 3 days in between games, y'all.
Well, real quick, Dre,
this
what do you think the Lakers need to do? They overachieved, got to the Western Conference Finals. Rob Pelinka, Jeannie Buss, Darvin Ham did, I think, a really good job in his first year. He looked like he's the right guy for the job, in my opinion. LeBron's not getting any younger. He'll be, 39 this season coming up?
this year.
Year 21. AD is AD. Some days he's high, some days he's low. Looks like he's going to be there. Looks like
Byron?
what do you think you guys need? I mean, you want Kyrie? You want to try to get Dame Lillard? You want James Harden? You want to try to get Jaylen Brown? What do you want?
Hell no, not no James Harden. And rumor has it he going to Phoenix for 4 years, $200 million. So, I wouldn't do it.
I'd rather him go to Houston. I'd rather him go to Houston for all that.
Exactly. But because even if he goes to Phoenix, he's gonna end up being traded anyway. And then rumor has it KD done helped get Monty fired. It's just a mess over there in Phoenix right now. If I'm the Lakers, I know that they keep talking about Kyrie, but then there's been rumors about Kyrie to Philly, Kyrie to I've heard about Kyrie to Phoenix as well. So I don't know when the world is going to happen. This offseason, I think it's going to be a lot of moving pieces since we've seen a lot of coaches move. I think that the Lakers need another big-time score. I think that, they overachieved because this season was a dub. It seemed like because of Russell Westbrook, and then they got Westbrook traded up out of there, and then the Lakers go into the play-in tournament and win their games. They make it to the Western Conference Finals. Granted, they may have gotten swept, but they got swept by the best team.
No, they may have. It happened. They got swept. I get the broom. Hold on.
Are you finished?
Because you're being false. You said they may have gotten swept. It happened. That's a fact. It happened.
That's why your broom is lopsided.
But nevertheless, sweeping y'all up. Do 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 do.
If you don't sit your shucking and jiving, dude boxing, yourself up out of here.
So you all in on Kyrie, Dre? Basically, you looking Kyrie.
I mean, I'm for it. Whether it's Kyrie, whether it's they trade for somebody like a Dame Dollars, they need additional scoring other than just Anthony Davis and LeBron James. I think that they kept talking about like D'Angelo Russell, who was pretty good, except like in this series, they when he was scored 17 points or more, D'Angelo Russell, the Lakers didn't lose. So they needed additional scoring. Yeah, they like Reeves is good. I think Nakamura, I think he was pretty good for helping them out, but they need just a little bit more. I think they need another guy in there to help, and I think that they can do it. It's not like the situation with Philadelphia where it's oddly where the cap can go up for other players, so they may not have the wiggle room compared to like what Philly may or may not have. But I think that the Lakers they realize that they can need one more guy, especially because you can't have all those minutes on LeBron James. I think that you save LeBron as much for the playoffs as possible at this point in his career. Have somebody out there, maybe like dependent like Westbrook, but not a cancer to the locker room like a Westbrook either.
I'll tell you, just happy they got swept.
Oh yeah, it's always fun when the Lakers get this is like a cherry icing on top. Like the Lakers losing is one thing, but you
don't even need no damn cherry.
Them getting swept is icing and cherry on top.
The Lakers and Celtics could both be swept. That's crazy to think about.
In the same,
same month
round,
conference finals. Wow,
that'll be crazy, and I think it's going to happen because I think the Lakers had a better chance at winning than
they did. Lakers did have a better chance than the Boston. Boston done.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. But okay, Byron. So question. So your question was, where do Lakers go?
Yeah, just quick reaction. Where do you think they go? Because there's a lot of talk going on, and chat online of Kyrie. I mentioned even in chat there. I said Dame Dollar. I said Jaylen Brown. Even I mean, who do you go get?
So well, what they need to do is get younger, but obviously that's not the case, and they can't. Then that can't be done. They need another scorer. So I agree with Dre on that. They need another scorer. Jaylen, you probably may want to get in the sweepstakes for Jaylen Brown when he becomes available, because I do think he will become available. I don't think another star would help. I think Kyrie Irving, James Harden, let it go. Been there, done that. Jaylen Brown will be something different. He also brings the aspect of defense on the wing, and he can also score. I think Jaylen Brown will probably be a best option. Dame Dollar looks like he's loyal to a fault, and
like Melo kind of a little bit.
Who else would be out there?
I don't know. Let me look up the free agents. That's what I want to look up. Upcoming NBA free agents while we're on this topic.
So because I off the top of my head, being Kyrie, James Harden.
You want Draymond Green, Dre?
Hell no.
You want Draymond?
Draymond Green is one of those players where he works in that system and that system alone.
So it looks like we have Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Chris Middleton, Kyrie, Kristaps Porzingis, D'Angelo Russell.
Middleton, low key, something to look. I think Jaylen Brown, Chris Middleton, something to look at.
Looks like Chris Middleton has a player option, so he'll probably opt out to try to get a bigger deal. James Harden as well. Russell Westbrook unrestricted, Kyrie unrestricted. Kristaps Porzingis is a player option. He'll probably opt out. D'Angelo Russell, Kevin Love, Nikola Vucevic. That's an interesting one, Dre. How do you feel about him? Maybe.
Hey, look. Whatever's going to take LeBron to get number 5, baby.
You got
LeBron.
Draymond Green.
Except Draymond Green.
Fred VanVleet.
Except Draymond.
You got Carius LeVert, Harrison Barnes, Jeremy Grant, Gary Trent Jr., Christian Wood might be. So just some. You got Kyle Kuzma possibly could opt out, but he probably get paid by the Wizards. But
yeah,
that's some interesting guys.
Chris Middleton, Jaylen Brown would be great. Would be great options.
Looks like Jaylen Brown will have to be through a trade, so we'll see what happens with that. So, let us know. We'll see what happens as we get ready to switch gears to football. I wanted to bring this topic up because we know it's that time of year where it's voluntary off-season training programs, and a certain quarterback who just got paid for the Baltimore Ravens, highest paid player in NFL history, highest annual amount. He's not here. New offense, new offensive coordinator, new weapons. And while it is voluntary, Dre, do you think that Lamar Jackson needs to be at OTAs? Are you making a big deal about it? Rumor is he'll be here this week. Not here as of this recording, but do you think he needs to be here? Because I think it's all on his shoulders. The pressure is on him. It's no excuses for Lamar this year.
I mean, like you said, if he'll be here later this week, to me, it's no big deal. Now, if he wasn't coming at all, then I think it would be a big deal. But the fact that he's going to miss a couple of days, it doesn't hurt anybody, and it's volunteer. So the fact that he is coming, I mean, geez, just because when you get to be, the more and more you get to be a veteran, and especially your quarterback, you don't want to be going through the hustle and bustle. You already got to go through preseason, mandatory workouts, and it's early too. So it's not like Lamar isn't sitting over here not practicing to get better. He's just who knows the conversations that him and the offensive coordinator have had, him and the head coach have had. Granted, he did just get paid, but look how long all that drama took. So now we go and nitpick because he's not at OTAs for the first couple of days, but he said he'll be back later in the week. We don't know if there's injury involved or if he's had some type of scheduling conflict, but I don't really look too much deep into it because I know that he's going to play with his guys and that he's going to do what he needs to do in order to prepare for the season.
Cravante, he hasn't practiced since December. Let's not forget that. New offense. Didn't have the best end to the season. Missed some easy throws, as we call the layups. Overthrew some guys. Still needs to work on some passes outside the numbers. Got some rookies. Got some new weapons, as I mentioned. New offense. Pro-style offense. Do you think he needs to be here? Would you want him here if he was your quarterback?
Absolutely. I'm paying him like it. You need to be at all my team activities because he's the one driving this ship, this train, this bus, whatever you want to call this organization that's moving in this direction. My guy needs to be here. No ifs, ands, or buts about it in any way because you're my leader. You got all this money. You're the highest paid in the league. I need you to be here. And now I'm not on the boat about this. Now this is absolutely. I'm not making a big deal, but you absolutely need to be here. And you're not at the age nor put in the work to say, oh, I don't want to do. I could sit out this and that. That's for the ultra veterans that's been here 10 plus years and have accomplishments and all that. Lamar Jackson is still very much in his prime. He ain't developed that clout yet. Especially with the not that many playoff victories. He ain't did all that yet. And also all these rookies, you need to get on page quickly because all this pressure that's coming, you absolutely need to be here.
And you look at Jalen Hurts, Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. We even saw Aaron Rodgers, Cravante. He's in New York.
Wow.
Every day.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Right. That was telling of itself. But I just don't think that this is going to be a precedent for Lamar. I think that this is just a one-time thing.
And also another thing, don't nobody play in the preseason anyway.
I'm glad you put that, Cravante, because this is a perfect segue, and I'm glad the Ravens, as well as your Commanders, are doing this because they will be having a joint practice this upcoming season in August, leading up to that preseason game. We're going to try to get out there. We're going to try to find a way, hook a crook, to do something for that. I love the joint practices, Cravante, because like you said, nobody plays in the preseason, and you really can see how you are against real competition. And the Commanders, man, y'all got a good defense, man. I think y'all going to have a good defense. Offensively, we'll see what happens, but you got to be excited to see what happens. Live reps against other teams.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I love joint practices. I love the idea of it outside of folks fighting and being goofy and risking injury and all that. That's what I don't like. But joint practices are good because, you don't necessarily want to play in the preseason games because, anything wild can happen. But if you get some good reps in against somebody else, because you get tired of beating up on your own people. You know what I'm saying? You want to bring in some new guys, like, hey, okay, let's beat up on this team and let's get some live. As close to simulating a game as possible. So I think that'll be good. So, but that also means nobody's starting. No, on either side, nobody's going to start in the actual game, because I think the Commanders and the Ravens are going to practice for 2 days.
2-day practice, and it will lead into the game at FedEx Field, which is the final preseason game, I believe. I believe it's the final preseason game.
I believe it's the final one.
Is now. I think it is now, because usually we always played y'all the third. It used to be the third preseason game, I think, but now it's only 3, right? So I think this would be the last one, but that's fine. So nobody's really going to play. So everybody's going to get their reps in on that. What's that? That Tuesday and that Wednesday.
So it's Monday. Let me see. Host the Washington Commanders in August. Tuesday, August 15th. Wednesday, August 16th, out here in Owens Mills. And then on Monday Night Football, August 21st, Ravens Commanders week 2. So the second to last game, technically. So it's kind of like the third game. And that will be on ESPN, that game.
They're being weird. They're being weird about this. And stop it. Stop being weird. Why are we doing Monday night preseason? Stop it. What are we doing? Can we stop it?
And it's the Ravens Commanders. Oh, gosh. Well, we'll probably be
What
on
are
the
we
after that.
doing? All right, y'all, pick y'all favorite third stringers, because you're going to see a lot of them in that good Monday night. Get a little taste of how Monday night feels. This is stupid. This is goofy. I'm glad we'll be doing our show. Probably. Yeah. We'll be doing our show and not having to sit through that absurd goofiness like that. Why are we doing this?
Yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna try to get out there to one winning drive, get that popping, and do some Ravens and Commanders content. See how the things go. Let's talk about this schedule as two things. The owners approved the third emergency quarterback. So now a situation like the 49ers had, where Purdy and they basically were down to one quarterback. They can keep an emergency quarterback, and also the flex of Thursday night games. I believe it has to be a 28-day notice, weeks 13 through 17. Gravante, how you feel about the Thursday night games and the emergency quarterback?
What happened to the 49ers was very unfortunate, because I felt as though that game, I feel like we all would have felt as though that game would have been a lot more competitive.
Oh, definitely.
If they had their quarterback, if the injury bug didn't bite them severely in that game. So what's actually going to happen? They could have the ability to have a quarterback and not take up a roster spot.
That's correct. You can keep 3 quarterbacks, so it'll be an emergency quarterback, and it won't take up the roster spot. So you'll dress basically that third quarterback as well.
Okay, that's fine. Yep, I'm completely, absolutely fine with that. And now, okay, so now we're talking about flexing. The notice is what's important to me, because we're talking about weeks 13 through 17. A lot of fans travel. I mean, we had a brother on that has been to almost all the stadiums.
Shout out to Rashawn.
It's 28 days. Is that enough notice for people to be able to swap and switch out and all that? That's what I'm concerned about the fans. I don't really care too much about the TV and how that works. I'm also concerned about the fans being able to get to, because I mean, you're changing somebody's plans drastically if you're flip-flopping games and all this and that. Doesn't matter. I ain't going nowhere. It's going to be on my TV regardless. But I'm just saying, for the fans, that kind of... So some fans are going to be inconvenienced greatly. And that's the only part of this I don't like. I understand the idea of it. You want to put a better game on display for the majority of the fans that's watched it on their TVs. But there's going to be a lot of fans that's going to be inconvenienced. So, I mean, I guess 28 days may be enough, but it's still going to be some type of inconvenience in there.
Dre, how you feeling?
Look, I mean, they already flexed the Sunday night game. Why not, think about Monday night and Thursday night? To me, I think that is actually an advance notice, so that way we can get the matchups that we want to get. people aren't getting, you know, if it's a game where a team is going to annihilate another team, yes, would be able to flex that, switch it out. So, like I said, I'm all in for it, and I think the NFL tries to do things so that way they can stay relevant and keep people engaged. So.
Don't forget, we got a Black Friday game this year. A lot of new things being brought to the table
Exactly.
of the NFL.
Oh, Byron, you may have said it before. Just make sure you reiterate. We had a Monday night preseason game too. My gosh, NFL, how much money are you trying to grab?
All of it.
My heavens.
And they have a preseason game, I think, each week of the preseason for Monday night.
Yeah.
And they even do some Sunday nights in there too with the Hall of Fame and other games. So it'll be interesting. We'll be watching to see what happens with these Thursday night games and how that affects things, and the betting aspect too, Cravante, how the spreads move and all those things are be interesting to keep an eye on.
You add a whole nother aspect. That's a whole nother part of betting that you have to take into account and, throw into how you factor, the spreads. And also just not just how Vegas does the spread and how you're going to bet to counter it. So it's going to be interesting.
Before we get to Goofies and get out of here, Dre, I want to bring this up to you. We got a lot of wrestling this weekend, but I know you'll be watching your boy, the Tribal Chief, head of the table, Roman Reigns, 1,000 days, Cravante. He's had the title for 1,000 days.
1,000 days.
So basically since the pandemic, he's had the title. 1,000 days celebrating this weekend, Dre. I know you're excited for the Tribal Chief, and I know you don't want his reign to end.
I mean, you never want the title run to end, but I mean, this is a tag team match. I think the Usos come out and accidentally cost the Roman and Solo the titles, and I think that this starts preparing people for SummerSlam. You got about to call her Misty instead of Asuka coming out there spitting mist in Bianca's eyes. I don't see Bianca's reign ending anytime soon, and if it does, it shouldn't be because of her. These shows, they be having the ladies all covered up and stuff. It's just, I get the money, and the reasoning for doing it, but still it's like, must all our money be tied up in the Saudi Arabian stuff? It's just, I don't know. But I still anticipate a pretty good pay-per-view, and we'll see what happens from there. But like I said, I don't know. I just lost my train of thought of that.
It's okay. The Tribal Chief, that's all we care about. The Tribal Chief.
I'm sorry. With Night of Champions, I think that the other one I wanted to get to was AJ and Seth, and I anticipate AJ actually winning, not Seth. At first, I had Seth winning, but I think they're going to give it to AJ, being that he's coming off of an injury, and that it moves AJ to Raw to be on his own without the OC.
Well, we will be live, so feel free to hop in, join us Saturday, 1 o'clock, and Sunday night for AEW, 8 o'clock. So a big weekend of wrestling. The Flex Zone. We got live content for you as always. And, of course, we'll have prediction videos coming to you throughout the week, along with much, much more. Cravante, you ready to get goofy, my boy?
Let's do it.
It's time for the one, the only, the illustrious, magnificent Goofies of the Week.
Oh, gosh, something wrong here.
Goofy, I'm so glad he can make it. He makes it. He comes through every single week, right on time. Good people, welcome to Goofies of the Week, sponsored by the Flex Zone. Appreciate you guys for giving me a little bit of time. Let me tell the good people what I thought was goofy this week. I have a couple levels of goofiness that I deal with. We have a high level goofy and we have a low level goofy. The low level goofy is represented by the jet green, Packer green, or should I say Boston Celtic green. And that's low level. It's usually kiki, laugh, ha, funny. And it usually stays there in the hopes that it does not become high level goofy, which turns into Cardinal Sin red. And that's the highest level of goofiness I have. And usually when we reach that, something's gone wrong. Maybe a couple things have gone wrong, or maybe everything has gone wrong. And we have to congregate. We have to talk about it. We have to put something into place to fix it, or maybe a step further, make sure it doesn't come back. So I have one goofy of the week, and I kind of alluded to it throughout the show, and I alluded to it just now. It is the Boston Celtics. It is the Boston Celtics. It is their coach is Jason Tatum. It's Jaylen Brown. It's Lottie Dottie, everybody. The fact that this team was one of the favorites to win, to win the NBA championship, and I was one of them that thought they had a great shot to win the championship, especially after the Bucks went down in the first round. I thought for sure the Boston Celtics were gonna, ride this all the way to the championship and capture, I believe, their 18th championship. Now the Lakers getting there was a stretch, but whatever. Shot. Also, because the Lakers just got swept. But I foresee the Boston Celtics getting swept as well. And I don't know where to start. Maybe we can start with coaching. Coach Byron, what's his last name? Is Joe what?
McGoofy.
Joe McGoofy. There it is. Perfect name for the segment. It's a huge drop off from Coach Joe Goofy from Ime Udoka to Joe McGoofy. It's a huge drop off. I believe Dre said it earlier. Ime Udoka was a leader of men. He commanded the locker room and he commanded the team. And when he spoke, they listened, and he got results year one. I mean, he was a rookie head coach and got to the championship and was up 2-1 on the eventual champion Golden State Warriors before the Warriors and Steph Curry again turned to Super Saiyan Steph, and they won the next 3 games to win that series in 6 games. But the Celtics were primed to come back, and then we all know the goofiness that happened with Mr. Udoka, and it was some HR issues, some adultery issues, and he ended up having to be suspended, and eventually he went on and found another job. But the impact he had on the team was lost, and now a coach has been placed into this position, and he was not ready to be in that position. He inherited a hell of a team, but you got to come with a certain aura. You got to come with a certain spunk to keep the team where they was at and move them forward, and which Coach Joe McGoofy does not have. He's currently, not saying that he can't have it, but he does not. Udoka had these guys playing defense. They play with a very high defensive intensity, and it showed. Absolutely showed. They were one of the best things. I want to say they probably was top 3 defenses, at least after the All-Star break, all the way up into the championship. They were definitely top 5, even top 3 defense, if I'm not mistaken. And with Coach Joe, it doesn't seem like they're playing with that same intensity, which has led to them basically struggling in all their series. They lost 2 games. What was it? 2 games to the Hawks? Was that?
Yeah, I think it was 4-2.
They lost 2 games to the Hawks, which they should not have. They lost 3 games to the 76ers, having to beat them in 7 games. But that game 6 was looking bleak, very, very bleak. So they got past the Sixers with the skin of their teeth. And moving on to the next person who deserves quite a bit of blame, Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is supposed to be it was not supposed to be. He is the best player on his team, and he is on the cusp, if not a superstar. But you need your superstar to come up big in big moments, and he has not. Now, he did come up big in that game 6, well, the fourth quarter of game 6, and just barely getting past the Sixers in game 6 to tie it up at 3-3, and then having the phenomenal game in game 7. I want to say he had a 50 burger in that game.
51.
51. And to move on to the conference championship. I mean the conference finals, which I felt as though they should have been there anyway. Now their opponent didn't expect their opponent to be who their opponent is, but my gosh, what a fault. Like, this is not a Doc Rivers level meltdown, but this is an extreme. This is an example of underachieving in the highest order. The Miami Heat was one of the worst offensive teams coming into the playoffs, and I don't know what switch they flipped, but I don't know what Jimmy Butler has turned into. He turned into a different animal. He's like the opposite from James Harden. James Harden will have an amazing regular season, and he'll disappear in the playoffs. Jimmy Butler will have an okay to all-star level regular season, and then he turned into a superstar in the postseason. And that's what he's been doing since day one. He's been arguably one of the best players in the playoffs thus far, and he's absolutely showing against the Celtics and he completely having his way with Boston, whether it's in Boston or Miami. But Jason Tatum has not been showing up. I don't know. I hate to believe that the moment is too big. I hate to believe they were in the conference finals last year. They were in the championship last year. I hate to say that this conference finals is too big of a moment for him. Or is it maybe just Jimmy Butler? Maybe when another alpha comes about, he comes up small. I don't know what it is. Jaylen Brown also disappears. These are your top two guys. There's no reason at the end of a game where they look confused in what they should be doing. Because honestly, the Philadelphia 76ers should have beaten them. Because usually when the game is close, the Celtics find a way to lose or find a way to forget how to play basketball. I don't know why. So I foresee a lot of changes coming for the Boston Celtics. Jaylen Brown's probably going to get traded. Al Horford is out of there because he was non-existent. Marcus Smart's probably going to leave as well. But I've been going back, not really going back and forth, but the media has been going back and forth about the Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown partnership, relationship, whatever, duo. And I've just never been sold on it because I feel like, again, when all the chips are on the table, neither one of them show up. They're not holding each other accountable. I feel like if Udoka was there, this wouldn't be the case. But unfortunately, he's not. And they have to deal with the cards that they've been dealt for this year. But unfortunately, they're going to come up short against the Miami Heat. And it's a great chance that they're going to get swept, just like the Lakers did tonight, which was great to hear, great to see. But it sucks that they'll go out like this. And usually when people get swept, when they have championship aspirations, it doesn't end well. It's not going to end well for some people. I mean, hell, Coach Bud in Milwaukee got fired after winning the championship a couple years ago. Now, I'm not saying Coach Joe Goofy is going to get fired, but there's some furniture that's going to get moved for sure. So those are my goofies of the week. Jason Tatum, Coach Joe McGoofy, Jaylen Brown, the entire organization of the Boston Celtics. just goofy. Y'all know my line. There's a thin line between goofy and great, and the Boston Celtics as an organization on the wrong end of it. Got to do better, guys. Got to do better.
Gosh, something wrong here.
And look who's back. He is back like he never
Uncle
left.
Raj.
Finish him, Daddy.
Yes, the Lakers are finished. I told you they was going to be, Dre. See, you don't listen to me. I'm glad it's over with. I'm glad that they're home. I mean, shout out to LeBron James, though, for, scoring over 40 points, carrying the team, playing almost every minute of the game and giving it his all, It is what it is. Hopefully next year he comes back healthy, strong, with some new teammates. Well, maybe a couple of new teammates, but it's not over. It's not over yet for the Lakers. It's not over yet, So I'm encouraged. I'm encouraged from what I saw this year, especially starting off 2-10, and some of the things that the trials and tribulations that the team went through. With Russell Westbrook and trading, for D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves coming into his own, and some of the other guys that helped the team out as well. It is what it is, though. I'm proud of the Nuggets. They deserve to be in the finals. They were the better team. Joker should have won another MVP, but I think he'll win Finals MVP. So, shout out to the Nuggets, man. The first ever NBA Finals. Jamal Murray deserves it as well. He's been balling out of control as well. So, it's a good day for the Nuggets if you're a Nuggets fan. So I'm happy for them, but the Lakers is not over with yet.
Who would you like to see them add in free agency?
I would like to see them add either Fred VanVleet from Toronto. I think that would be a perfect addition. I think he gives great scoring, although he's a smaller guard. I think scoring wise he's phenomenal. Also, if they can get Damian Lillard, I think that would be amazing too.
The wish list right there, brother.
I know it's a wish list, but he's getting older, and maybe he might be willing to come to LA
to sell his soul.
To sell his soul. I mean, sell something. But yeah, I like to see those two. Now, Kyrie might be another option, and we already seen what Kyrie and LeBron James look like. Kyrie, I still don't trust, and I'm not sure if he's gonna stay healthy throughout the season. That's another particular thing that I don't like about him, is that he does not stay healthy either. So, I mean, he's an option though, but we shall see. I know one thing. I do trust the GM of the Lakers. I do trust our guy.
Rob Pelinka.
Yeah.
Rob Pelinka.
Darvin Ham did a good job this year.
And ham and eggers, ham and cheese.
Going ham.
Going ham. He did a phenomenal job coaching. I'm not mad at him at all either. He's exactly what the Lakers need. He makes great adjustments. He made a great adjustment today. They just fell short, but it is what it is, man. Like I said, Denver's the better team, and I'm not going to take nothing away from them. They earned the chance to be in the finals, so it is a good thing. But I think the Lakers will be bad, like I said. But whoever they add, Rob Pelinka, he'll be fine. He'll get it done.
And one more thing, Raj. Saturday and Sunday, we got a lot of wrestling. Roman Reigns, 1,000 days, and AEW Double or Nothing on Sunday. Will you be finishing the meet at Jimmy's?
I will be at Jimmy's on. I will be at Jimmy's on Sunday for AEW.
Finish him, Daddy.
And I will be finishing lots and lots and lots of meat. But I probably will miss Night of Champions though. I think it starts at 1:00, right?
It does start at 1. We'll be live, so you can hop in and we'll fill you in of what's going on if you need to.
Well, I might pop in, but I'm not gonna be able to probably. There's a lot going on Saturday, so
busy day. Busy day for Big Raj.
Yeah, I probably won't be able to be on the whole thing, but yeah, I'll definitely be watching AEW though. Double or Nothing is gonna be great. I can't wait to see what MJF does to offset all those other opponents that he's about to face. And I think it's gonna be a fun time. Well, it's gonna be a fun weekend of wrestling in general. So can't wait.
And we got previews galore coming through the next couple of days, and live Saturday and Sunday. And I know Raj isn't mad at Lamar. He wants Lamar whenever the hell Lamar gets here, right?
Hey, Lamar signed that contract. I don't care
That's
what
all you care about.
as long as he's ready week 1. I don't care if he practices with people. I be honest with you. I know Lamar Jackson. He's gonna do what he's supposed to do. I mean, behind the scenes, he don't always have to do what people tell him to do. He's practicing with teammates. I know that's a fact. So it is what it is. They can say whatever they want. If he wants to show up Wednesday or Thursday, that's fine. But people need to chill out, man. Just leave Lamar alone.
Exactly. Chill out.
Well, that's all we have. Flex Zone family. Drizzy Dre. Are we here next week or do we have the week off as we head to episode 396?
With it being Memorial Day, yeah, we'll take off.
How can they start that day with a cup of Dre each and every day on WEAA?
Hey, man, you already know you can catch me on WEAA. And then, of course, here Mondays at 10 p.m. with my brothers. Though we'll be off, we'll still, like Byron said, we'll still be doing things. We'll be here for the sports world, just not here next month.
Episode 396 in 2 weeks. So we will be back live on, that'll be what? June 5th.
Mm-hmm.
So no show next week, Memorial Day, celebrate. We'll be here Saturday for Night of Champions at 1 o'clock and Sunday Double Nothing, 8 o'clock. Raj, what they need to do on the channel, lot of content, a lot of shorts, little bit of everything.
Hey man, we are close to the 1400, so hit that like, hit that subscribe. Like you said, there's gonna be plenty of stuff coming, so just stay tuned. And just keep on doing what you're doing, man. If you like what you see, if you like what you're hearing, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, man. And Diane Rollins, if you
that's my mom. Shout out to my mom.
Oh, Mom.
Hey, Mom Dukes.
You on Facebook? If you haven't hit that YouTube channel yet, hit that like and subscribe.
I think I took her phone and did it, but you know how that go. Shout out to my mom. Love you. Talked to you earlier, so we'll talk to you tomorrow as well. But yes, like Rod said, we'll be here Saturday, be here Sunday. Previews for every match for Night of Champions. Previews for every match for Double or Nothing coming this week. Probably starting as early as Wednesday. So look out for those on your channel. Of course, we'll be live for AEW. Executive producer Andre Melton, the Flex Zone Messiah himself, the super producer Cavante Hurd, the senior producer, the Commandalorian, the commander himself, captain of the goofy ship. If you see something goofy, shout us out. We'll feature you. Raj, social media producer, makes these streams pristine. Hit the like button, hit the share button if you haven't already. Vote on the poll. Super chatters, FlexZone1 on Twitter, Instagram, FlexZone Podcast on TikTok, and of course, FlexZone1@gmail.com. Want to be part of episode 400? Let us know. We'll get you in. You want to tell us congratulations, whatever you decide to do. We'll be live. Hit that bell this weekend. More videos coming in. More news on the Ravens, Orioles, whatever else. For Raj, Dre, Cavante, God's favorite host, yours truly. Throw your ones up and acknowledge the Head of the Sports Podcast table. Much love to everybody in the chat. Appreciate the support. Appreciate all the interaction. And until June 5th in 2 weeks, we gone, y'all. Peace.